Hello! As you may or may not be able to tell, I am not 16mm DJ, but a talking hand. No, I am Splice, friend of 16mm DJ. You may or may not have seen me on NamelessPixel, probably not, but, anywho, I run another YouTube channel, but that's not the point. The point is that I'm doing a guest video here because I bought myself a little bit of a late birthday present, and I wanted to unbox it for some people, and I thought this was a good place to do it, and so here it is. This is the Google Nexus 7, the Generation 2 Nexus 7, and we're going to get to a little unboxing pretty quick here. Now, I'm going to start just by specifying a few things about the Nexus 7. The Nexus 7 is a 7.02 inch tablet, screen, I should say, on the tablet. And there are now 5 versions, I believe. There are 2, which are the 16 and 32 gig versions, and those come without any LTE anything. This, personally, I got the 32 gig. There are also versions for Verizon, Verizon, T-Mobile, and... Actually, I can check. Verizon, T-Mobile, and AT&T. Actually, there's a LTE one, and then a AT&T and T-Mobile one. There's no Verizon-specific one. Now, the reason I bought this is because I've been wanting a tablet, and this one is nice and small, portable, and does everything. And from everyone's reviews, this has been the best tablet, the best Android tablet out there. Now, part of the reason that it's exciting is the price. It is $230, I believe. Let me check. $229, yeah, for the 16 gig version, and $269 for the 32 gig, which is the one I have, as I said, and then $349 for all the LTE versions. So let's get to taking this puppy out of the box. This is my first tablet that I've ever purchased. And the first thing I should specify, I am a graphic designer, and just starting out, let's look at the box here, actually, because I find this box to be very beautiful. I think they did a really good job with the design, and I think it's very exciting compared to a lot of electronics boxes. One thing I should actually show, I have something here to compare that you may get, to compare the size of the actual box. There you are, that's Castlevania for the NES. The box is roughly like 1.5 times the size of an NES cartridge. So just a good thing for scale. I'm keeping that around to show for scale. So here's the back of the box. It's basically just showing kind of front view of the device and the back view with the camera. As you can see, 32 gigabytes. Yeah, so anyway, let's bust it out. Now, this is actually made by ASUS. So I trust them for quality. So this is really nice, too. I think Google actually has better... Well, okay. They are about matched for packaging with Apple. I would say I like their colors better. I think they're more colorful and more interesting than Apple. I own a lot of Apple products, and all of the Apple packaging is really nice as far as the complexity of the boxes and the design, but I find that their imagery is not that exciting. I think this, personally, is a lot more just interesting to look at, and I'm definitely going to be keeping this box around after using the tablet, because I think it's a nice piece to look at. So this is nice, just white box with a slide-off lid, unless there's tape. Hold on a moment. Let me just bust this puppy out. Alright. All right, and there it is. I'm gonna line these up here. Whoop. So there it is. This is the actual tablet itself. It's got a screen protector thing here. It's got this little pull tab to lift it out. Really nice. Now, as you can see, let me pull this back in for comparison. It is, I mean, about the size of an NES cartridge and a half, the tablet itself. It's a very, very nice size, really nice weight. And I'll get to the tablet in a second. I just want to get to the rest of the contents of the box. And then we'll actually get to the tablet. So we've got little instructional cards. We've got a warranty and safety, and in Spanish, charging cable, and wall warts. That's pretty much it. It looks like it has a proprietary cable, so that is a little unfortunate. I would hope that it would have been micro USB, but I've got a few of these from older devices that use this kind of like modified USB. So yeah, anyway, let's put these back in here and get to the tablet itself. Let's slide these in here. So, you know what? Let's clear the table here. Make some room for the main player in the game here. Doing the little shuffly dance, getting everything back in the box. Okay, we'll put the box up here. So, here it is, the Nexus 7. So, plastic cover, which I am going to proceed to pull off. Peel that sucker right off the thing, and get fingerprints on the screen as immediately as humanly possible, and then drop the thing. Like a dumbass. Okay, well, to start, really nice black back. It's that like rubberized plastic, so it feels like plastic, but it's got a nice sort of grippiness to it. As you can see, it's got the nice, let's see, the Nexus logo there, engraved in the back, or embossed in the back, I should say, with the Asus. Oof, that'd be terrible if it was Asus, sorry. It is actually pronounced Asus, as I have found from Asus representatives who I've talked to. So, here it is. So, let's see if we can't not reflect everything ever with it. You can see my, there's my light. So yeah, it's a nice little piece. It's very comfortable to hold in the hand. It definitely feels nice in one hand as well as two. I've used them before. Oh, I'm leaving fingerprints already. I've used one of these before, and I find it really, really nice. So let's see if it's actually got a charge. Hey! So, as you can see, well, you're not going to be able to tell too much here on the camera. Try to get not too much reflection here. Oh, there I am. Hello. So welcome. Anyway, so this is all the setup. Now, you probably are not able to tell too much on this camera, but this thing has a beautiful screen. So let's go over the specs. It's got a 7.02 inch screen, so that's from here to here, from corner to corner. It has got a that screen actually is 1920 by 1200. So that is a 323 pixels per inch screen, which is quite nice. I'm going to pull all this stuff in for comparison here, so you get a nice sense of scale. Boop. So it is 1080p, which is quite nice. It's got a front-facing camera that is a 1.2 megapixel fixed focus front-facing camera, mostly just for like Skyping and that kind of thing. Not super useful for taking pictures. It's got a 5 megapixel rear-facing camera, as you can see here. And not super great on the camera front, but it's a tablet, and so you're not really going to be taking too many pictures with it. Now, it's the whole device itself is it is, let's see, 114 by 200 by 8.65 millimeters. So it's very, very thin. Let me just give you an idea here. We'll use this to compare here. You can see very thin, very, very thin. Here, let me get on a background that you'll be able to see. It's a very thin tablet, and it feels very nice. It's got some pretty big bezels here, these big black areas, but it feels nice to hold it that way. As you can see, it rotates. It's comfortable to hold with this amount of space on the corners, so you're not hitting any bit of the screen. Also, something I should note, screen rotation time, fairly fast. I have used a lot of Android tablets where the screen rotation is takes a little bit to actually rotate into position. So that's quite nice that it's a quick, snappy rotation. So anyway, continuing, it's got dual band Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 4.0, and Android Beam, which I'm not sure what that is, but I guess I'll find out. You probably don't care about weight. It's got dual stereo speakers, surround sound, powered by Fraunhofer, which I don't know. I'm reading off a sheet here, and this is it's actually Fraunhofer, who I do not know who that is, but I'm sure they're great. And now that is actually something I should talk about. This is new with the Nexus tablets. The old Nexus tablets only had speakers on one side of the tablet. Now you probably can't see this too well, but there. Let's see. You can see there's the speaker holes there. Now there's also speaker holes here. Now that is a new addition to the Nexus 7 second generation, is the surround sound speakers. It achieves sort of digital surround sound by panning between those two speakers. Now, this has 32 gigs of internal storage. The other option is 16. It's got 2 gigabytes of RAM. It's got a micro USB port with Slim port enabled. So I guess you can plug an actual micro USB in there, which is quite nice. It has got a 3,950 mAh battery. So apparently up to 9 hours of active use. I have heard estimates that it's a little shorter. It's probably around like 8.5, but that people have left their Nexus 7 just running and not using it for a couple days, and it stays pretty consistent on battery. Now it's also got wireless charging. So if you've got one of those mats that you can just set your devices down on, this is enabled, so you are able to just set the device down on the mat and it will charge. And it's got a quad-core Snapdragon S4 Pro, which is quite nice. It's a 1.5 gigahertz Qualcomm Snapdragon, which is a quite nice processor for a tablet. And the GPU is an Adreno 320, 400 megahertz. I am not familiar with the Adreno, I guess it's Adreno, GPUs, because I'm not particularly familiar with tablet hardware. I'm more familiar with PC hardware. But from the testaments that I have heard, it looks gorgeous when playing games and that kind of thing. So I'm going to cut, and I'll be back once I've formatted everything, and we'll go over some of the features. Alright, so we're back. I've formatted everything, and we're here. So this is it's updating right now. You may be able to see that in the top corner here. So if I pull down this menu, it's really hard to see, and I'm sorry about that. But basically what this is doing is going through and downloading all the apps and updating all the apps. And because I've linked this to my Google account, it is now going in and basically connecting to everything. So like it's hard to see, but right here, this one is Gmail. So it's saying that it's successfully updated and that I have a few emails. So this menu is quite nice. It gives you all your information right on the top in a nice little handy bar. But this is the home page. So the home page has got your row of like most used apps at the bottom, and you can customize all of this. It's got like widgets. So this is my library widget, which I probably will remove. But you can also, have a bunch of pages, and you'll notice there's a really nice parallax effect on the background. So it scoots as you scoot, which is nice. I like to call this scooting because I think it's funny. But yeah, it's got a really nice effect, and it looks friggin' gorgeous when you're using it in real life. The screen just looks absolutely beautiful. So here's what it looks like in portrait, in landscape mode. All of my apps, you can see, have moved to this side here, and I could swipe between all my different home screens. And it's got a bunch of useful features on the side here. And of course, you can bring up your display of apps here. This is all of the different apps. If you've ever used Android, this is pretty standard. And let me show you the lock screen here. So if I unlock, right now I actually don't have a lock screen. I have not set that up. So I could set that up right now, but I don't want to go through the whole menu process. But it has a lock screen that will display things like time and you know what? I'll set it up right now. It'll be really quick. Just go here to settings. Then we go to security. Whoops, that was language and input. Security and screen lock, and we set it to slide. There we go. So now if we go back to the menu and lock it, and now when we unlock it, we'll have this little slide thing, and it gives you the time. And what's really nice now is this is new in the newest edition of Android. You can actually add widgets to your lock screen. So you can, for example, I could have my email in this little space. So I wouldn't have to even go into the tablet to check my email. I could just have my email listing right here. Same with like a music player. So it's a really, really nice feature that's part of Android 4.3, I believe. So anyway, it's quite nice. And this thing at the top is quite cool too. This is a Googling thing. So if I go here, it just brings me to Google. But if I hit this little microphone, it'll let me speak into it. And it's surprisingly accurate. Now I'm going to hit this, and I'm going to Google something. Blade Runner. So there you go. You can't see it, but it actually has said Blade Runner right there at the top. And now it is going and Googling. It's really hard to see because all of it's white, and which makes it super bright on the camera. You can kind of see it if I angle it, but it Googled Blade Runner. And like I can pull up an image of Blade Runner here. Switch this around. So there you go. It's loading up the image of Blade Runner. My internet's terrible down here, so it's not going to load very fast. But anyway, yeah, it's quite nice. And the other thing is, this is a nice menu. When you hit these little double rectangle icons, it brings up a little thing of all of the different programs you currently have open. So you can just swipe to close them. So the interface is really, really nice. It's a very, very fluid and easy to use modification of Android. It's slightly different. It's Google's version, so they have like this Google bar and everything. But it's very, 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 very nice. And the screen, I should again say, just looks beautiful. So that has been the Nexus 7. And as a little side thing, I bought this. So this is the Origami Slim shell. Let me just bust it out of the packaging here. So it's a nice case. It's gotten quite a lot of nice reviews, good reviews. It actually feels like it doesn't have magnets in here. Maybe it does. I'm not sure. Let me see. No, it does have magnets. It has a magnetic front cover, and it's got a nice like hard shell on the back. With a little thing. Oh yeah, it is magnetic. But what's really nice is that this case magnets together into these cool shapes. So you can do all sorts of nice things. like, actually, I don't know where how to fold all this up yet. Well, anyway, let's snap this on to the Nexus and see what it's like. And it's really, I quite like the material that it's made out of. Maybe this is better bet here. The material that this case is made out of is like a similar rubberized plastic on the back. And it feels really nice and really natural. And it doesn't add too much weight to it either, which I think is something I always am concerned about. It doesn't add too much bulk, which a lot of cases do. And it feels really natural on the actual tablet. So when we flip it open, it does actually have that feature of the tablet turns off, and as you can see, turns back on when you open it up. And here, we can fold this up like this, and get it to sit. Maybe it doesn't sit like that. Maybe. Oh yeah, it sits like this. Oh, there we are. So that's with the back folded up like that. Quite nice. Really nice viewing angle. Kind of hard to see on the screen that you are watching this on, but this is a very like natural looking viewing angle. So I've lost track of the. Oh, there's the lock button. So let's see, what other angles can we do here? Apparently can do all sorts of different angles. So there's another one. That is another nice portrait viewing angle, and I believe there's a way to fold this into a triangular viewing angle. Yeah, so there we are. So there's a triangular in the back. It's just like that. Another nice viewing angle for portrait. Whoops, I just knocked the board there. So yeah, I will have to see about this case. I am not sure whether this is going to be the best case, but it had the most reviews, and people seem to really like this case. So I am going to try it out, and I may come back, depending on whether 16mm DJ thinks if he deems me worthy. I might come back with a review of the 7 itself and the case, and let you all know what I think after maybe a month of using it. But so far, I am psyched to have one, and really excited to get using it. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. If you would like to hear more of my voice, you can go and check me out on NamelessPixel. It's a gaming channel. If you're interested in that kind of thing. And otherwise, you should subscribe to 16mm DJ because he does some good stuff. And thank you for watching.